Alright, it's September 1st. I'm just going to do a quick walk around of the garden to see what it's looking like on this first day of September. This is the outside of the garden. This clematis vine is growing well. These are all the plants and grasses we planted outside. Blackberry bush is huge. Ready to go inside. Everything's looking pretty battered. I haven't been out here in a few days and getting ready to go on a trip. Oh, I love these little flowers on this clematis. Oh, and this James Galway rose is ready to climb right over the top. Okay, inside the garden. Obviously, next year I need to provide some support for those hydrangeas. I'm going to redo some things in this bed. Little balloon flowers ready to come out again. Augustaceae. Bunch of different kinds of salvia. Here's mint. The strawberries coming out of here have been humongous, but we put logs in the bottom of this and it's settled quite a bit, so we'll need to replenish this and put a lot more soil in it. And some of our fall flowers are starting to come up. The clematis on this side, clematis and rose are both starting to climb over the top of the arch. I'm going to plant less of these jewels of opar. Don't think I'll be planting more straw flower. These guys here, Echinacea paradoxica. This is just their incubator until next year. And then here's a little volunteer that I'll transplant and put somewhere else. Some of these have started to come back. I'll plant fewer of these blushing lanterns. Planted too many. These scabioses are doing really well. Definitely going to plant more of this cardinal basil because it is amazing. And some of this lemon mint monarda, I'm going to plant the same amount. This right here, this cosmos, got a bad case of spider mites. So I'm probably not going to plant it inside the garden next year. This is where I had to pull out a lot of my dahlias that got hit by the, the mosaic virus. So, missing a lot of plants in here. But a lot of these have done super well. This Catalina I love. So there's just some really nice ones that are coming up and have been coming up. This Sandia brocade I love. Don't think I'll be doing as much gomphrema. Lost a bunch of my labyrinth, which just has the most luscious petals. My Irish D. Porter did incredibly well this year. And this Copper Boy is super sweet. Look at this guy. This April Heather. I'm in love with her. This is Andy's Legacy. And here's, I can't remember, Bloomquist Golden, I think. Oh, and then down in here is Tangerine. And this is not coming close to catching the colors. I was afraid it would be too orange, but it is not. It's really pretty. Oh, and this one. Some of these I am not going to have next year. Some of them I am. I don't know if this Burnett, which I love. And look at this beautiful baby. Here's a fading Kelgi Ann, which looks terrible right now, but looks like a water lily when it's in its prime state. And here's a bunch of zinnias where I collected seeds last year. They're all from Floret Flower. They are Golden Hour and Precious Metals and Victorian Wedding. I'm not going to plant as much celosia next year. I've got quite a bit of it. I collected seeds from last year. And then this flowering tobacco, which opens up at night and smells like heaven. Definitely going to plant more Artemisia. This is a great filler. I planted this arch with tons of sweet peas that really overtook the prime purpose of this, which were these roses. And so they're not doing too well. Here's this Clematis crispa that I was growing on the outside, which I adore. Probably should have a more prominent place. Here we've got some more Burnett. This is purple plum drops, I think. Some winged everlasting. I don't need as much of it next year. And this is double-decker echinacea, and it did really well this year. In this bed, this is a David Austin rose, yeah. And these guys did not, actually, they did really well, but they're not reblooming really well for some reason. Maybe it's just been too hot. And then the raspberries have been absolutely out of control. The amount of the gallons of raspberries that we've gotten off of this little box has been crazy. And then of course this sweet apple of Peru. Let's see if I can get a focus on it. It's been a great filler plant. You cut it and it grows almost immediately back up. I think I'm going to continue to use this part of this box for some sweet peas, because they did really well here this spring. And then of course here's some blackberries, and they've been doing really well right here. And then I'm growing digitalis. Back here some apricot and some white, and they did really well in this partial shade area. So that is the inside of the garden. This catmint just keeps, you cut it and it comes back, you cut it and it comes back. It's pretty impressive. So, let's see. Anything else? Oh, the grass, I seeded it in the fall, and then I overseeded this spring, or not overseeded, but just seeded in the blank spots, and it is incredible. And then the rose garden, got some salvia in there that I might move somewhere else. And there's of course tons of bulbs. That's an allium, and the roses are getting nice and big. And over here there's a clematis and a honeysuckle that I anticipate this will be really quite filled out next year. So that's it. Oh, and of course the hummingbird feeders. I'm going to put 2 more hummingbird feeders down here. And these shelves have been just a lifesaver for making arrangements. So yeah, it's been a great summer as far as plants go. And this is the September garden.